Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So that even feels weird to say. I don't even know how to introduce this. If you're seeing the title of this video, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, what I am done with, where I've been for the past few months, and I'm going to get into that today. There's something I've been wanting to share with you guys that I really haven't spoken about. I've tried to find the words to articulate myself. I've thought about making this video so many times, and I just find myself coming up short each and every single time. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I don't want to scare anyone by any means with the title of this video, but I am done. And I want to get into what I mean when I say that. So when I started this channel like 10 years ago, believe it or not, my original intention was posting singing videos. That was a really long time ago. And they did fairly well, and I was really excited about it. And fast forward to about 2019, 2020, that's when I started exploring spirituality, mindfulness, manifestation, fitness, meditation, all of those things that I'm really passionate about talking about. And when I decided to take that pivot, I made the executive decision in my own head that it would be best for me to erase all of my singing content, completely start over, and sort of pigeonhole myself into this new niche, which was the philosophy of fitness. And I want to say, before I get too ahead of myself, that I am so thankful for the journey, but I also don't even have a script for this video. I don't even have anything planned. I'm kind of just genuinely sharing my thoughts with you guys because, long story short, I feel like I have stifled myself creatively with what I've done here. And kind of makes me sad to say that, but it's the truth. I've felt like something's been missing for a while. I started feeling it last year with my podcast. It just wasn't really going where I wanted it to go. And, you know, the topics that I talk about, I'm obviously extremely passionate about, but I started feeling like I was shrinking myself to fit into what I thought the algorithm wanted me to be. And that I've kind of neglected this part of myself that's always been there, that's always been kind of just hanging out in the corner, waiting to be heard, literally and figuratively. So back to what I was saying about my original journey with this channel. When I started the Philosophy of Fitness podcast, when I started this whole rebrand, I wiped pretty much everything that had to do with me singing off of the channel. I got this idea in my head that, okay, I'm a fitness person now. I'm someone who's speaking in the mindfulness and the wellness space. I have to fit into that niche. I have to get rid of everything that I had that was not fitting into that. So I even remember family members had told me, you know, Haley, why are you doing this? Like, you can be more than one thing. And I didn't really see that at the time. I thought that, you know, I had to fit into this niche if I wanted to perform well, if I wanted my videos to reach a larger audience. I had to conform to this very narrow creative wedge of what I was able to do. And I thought I was doing the right thing back then, you know. I worked really hard to grow this channel, and I'm so happy and thankful for every single person that has subscribed to me, that listens to the podcast, that has supported me through this journey. It's been really incredible. It's brought me so much. I've gotten to know so many amazing people through my podcast, and I've learned so much along the way, and I will forever be grateful for that. But in taking a few months off of YouTube and really kind of pulling back from TikTok and Instagram as well, it's given me a chance to reflect on what I want. But I've really noticed this feeling specifically with my TikTok account. If any of you follow me on there, again, I completely appreciate your support. It's been crickets over there. I did recently make an announcement video similar to kind of the topics that I'm talking about in this over on there, but I felt like even when I made that TikTok, I didn't really have an intention for a niche or like a specific topic for that account. I was posting fitness stuff. I was posting singing stuff. I was posting all of the things that I loved. And it wasn't until I started talking about some of the manifestation practices that I have, specifically the mirror method, that my niche sort of found me. So I started seeing that success. I started seeing stuff go viral of me talking about this specific subject. And I said to myself, okay, this is clearly working. There's clearly a demand for this. People are clearly very interested in what I have to say. I'm going to keep talking about this subject because I'm seeing that it's helping me grow. And I kept talking about it, like anything related to manifestation. I kept talking about the mirror method that I use, the things that I've learned along the way, divine masculine, divine feminine energy, how that has to do with manifesting. And I saw myself getting more and more followers from it. I was getting course sales from it. I was starting to see success from it. And I'm still passionate about those things. I don't want this to mitigate the fact that I am passionate about manifestation and the law of attraction. But at the same time, I just can't deny that, singing is such a huge part of who I am, and it has been for years. I've been singing since I was a child. I was on American Idol back in the day. I've had a lot of experience in singing, and over the years, I'm proud of myself for the path that I've taken and the things that I've pursued and the work that I've put in. But at the same time, it's made me sad that I've neglected that part of myself. And I don't want to feel that way. So when I say that I'm done with the title of this video, and even up to this point, you might be wondering, am I done with the podcast? Am I done with all of this stuff that I've been doing with the philosophy of fitness? The answer to that is yes and no. I'm done in the sense that I'm not posting anymore to please an algorithm. I'm not creating content anymore in a people-pleasing fashion of thinking that this is what my followers want to see. This is what they have already expressed interest in. I'm just going to keep posting about that. That's not to say that I don't care about you guys and I don't love everybody that has supported me, but at the same time, I just feel like it's inauthentic for me to continue on creating in a way that doesn't even really feel like I'm fully expressing myself. And I preach authenticity here all the time in what I talk about, and I feel like it would be hypocritical of me to not pursue the stuff that I want to pursue alongside this. And I've thought about this long and hard the past few months, wondering, should I start a new channel? Should I do away with everything I've done? Should I just, continue with what I'm doing here? And I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to say goodbye to any one thing that I've been posting about, but I do want to give myself room and I want to give myself space to explore the creative outlets that I want to, primarily that being singing and expressing myself in that way, making mashups. Like I'm looking at a keyboard that I just recently bought. I'll try to see if I can insert a clip of that in here for you to see. But I've spent the past few months really seriously considering the next steps and the next directions that I want to take. And with that being said, the podcast has been on hold for a while because I just also felt like that wasn't really something that I was fully able to express myself with. And I don't really know what the next steps are going to be with that. Expanding upon the philosophy of fitness to maybe include more topics that I'm interested in without having to feel like I'm pigeonholing myself in fitness and mindfulness. That's something I'm exploring, but I want to take this opportunity to express how I've been feeling kind of behind the scenes and speak to the fact that this is part of the creative journey. This is part of the creative process. All of us are constantly growing and evolving and changing and learning, unlearning, coming back to ourselves, discovering new parts of ourselves maybe that we haven't fully realized before. And I feel like for me, pursuing singing is in a lot of ways coming back to who I am. And again, that's not to discredit or mitigate anything that I've spoken about or shared here with fitness, with manifestation, with mindfulness, with, attachment styles, all of that stuff. I'm still passionate about that. And that part of me is still here. But moving forward, what you can expect from this channel is me making space for singing videos, and I really hope that if you're watching this, if you made it this far, that you stick with me on this journey and this next chapter that I'm about to embark on, because I'm really excited about it. I really feel like I'm creatively fired up in a way that I haven't felt in a long time. And, a lot of people say when you change your niche or you switch things up, you run the risk of losing a large part of your audience, because if a lot of you were here for manifestation content, the law of attraction, maybe fitness, maybe guests that I have on my podcast, maybe you see now that I want to post singing videos and you don't really want to stick around as much. And obviously that's sad, but for those of you that have been here for a while, I really hope that you stick with me through this journey, and you know that it's not like I'm completely abandoning the philosophy of fitness or anything that I've spoken about before, but this pivot for me creatively is long overdue. And this is something I've been struggling with behind the scenes a lot, is feeling like I've put myself in a niche and I ought to not explore other creative paths because it's going to hurt me in the long run. And I've worked so hard to build the following and the community that I have on all these various different platforms, but it's come to a point now where this has it's either gonna leave me in a place of stagnation, of sitting here ruminating, overthinking, what direction I can take, or it's forcing me to pivot, which is exactly what it's doing. It's forcing me to put myself out there, to embrace that part of myself that's been, more or less hidden and tucked away and not fully creatively expressed for a long time. I feel like it's been suppressed. And I feel like I also sound kind of hypocritical in saying this, because I preach so much of what I preach is full authentic expression, fully embracing your creativity, embracing every aspect of yourself, embracing the divine feminine, which is, creative expression. And so it's like, who am I to encourage all of you to do that and not do it for myself? It wouldn't make sense. So I don't really know what else to say. I wanted to hop on here and tell you what's going on, share with you where I've been, and hopefully you will stick with me for this new chapter, for this next part of this journey. I don't know what the future holds. I want to keep doing the podcast. I want to keep talking about manifestation, but I would be lying if I were to say that that's like the biggest passion that I've ever had in my life, is just speaking about that stuff. And that's just me being completely honest. It's great. I've learned so much from it. It's brought me so much in my life, but I'm more than that. We're human beings, right? We're not one-dimensional beings that, stick in a little box and just have this one-dimensional aspect of self. There's so much more to me creatively. And I think a lot of creative people out there struggle with this. Even friends of mine that I've spoken to, people that are in a similar space trying to grow their audience. It's hard, especially if you're running it as a business, or if you're making money from it, or if you're trying to make money from it. It's really hard to pivot, but it's also really hard to start over. The work that I've put into this account and everything that I've shared it's been a tremendous amount of work, and it's just me. Like, there is no team, there is no editor or producer. This is me running ship here, and I feel like if I'm investing time and energy and resources into everything, I want to be doing what I'm passionate about, and hopefully I will attract the right people that want to see that journey and that want to be a part of this with me. And, that being said, I'm thinking about, the direction that I'm taking this channel in the future. Obviously, like I've already said, singing videos are going to be a huge part of that. I already have mashups and covers that I'm working on behind the scenes. I have equipment that I'm investing in. I have a studio space that I'm going to be filming more singing videos in here. And the thought of that makes me so excited. It really does. So you can expect that moving forward. And maybe moving forward, I may also share more vlogs, more just behind the scenes lifestyle things, going on this journey, this evolution from switching from such a stark difference between the niche of fitness and mindfulness to singing and music. It's a huge switch. So if you want to see me kind of document that process, comment down below, let me know. I'm really curious, I would love to have you here on this journey with me. I really would. And I give my utmost gratitude and thanks to every single one of you that has supported me along this journey. And it's not over. I'm not done. I know the title was a little clickbaity, but it's certainly pivoting and things are certainly going to be changing. So Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really excited about taking this new direction. Things have been going so great in my personal life, and I'm really excited to go on this new path, and I really, really hope that you'll stay with me on it. So thank you so much. If you made it this far and for whatever reason you haven't seen my channel before and you want to follow this journey of me switching from one niche to one that's completely different, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It means the absolute world to me. I'm sincerely grateful for your support, and stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more exciting stuff coming your way, and things are in the works already. And I just felt like this announcement was long overdue. So that is it, my friends. I'm sending you all my love, wishing you all the most health, wealth, success, happiness, abundance, peace, and joy. And I will see you next time. Bye.